what we did here in Blue Sun is we basically created a back office. So everything you need to do to use the software and to use it for marketing and growing your business is all in this back office. So think of this as this is your private office. Don't ever give this out to any prospects. This is just for you to use. The URL is always going to be your website /office. And what I would suggest doing, have you guys ever like wanted to share your calendar link and you were trying to type in the calendar and then you got like a typo and it was a dead link, or you're wondering where things are, you're going through your website. So what I would do is take this URL and save it to your home screen on your iPhone. Okay. That way you have a quick reference for it. And then all you have to do now is once you're on this page, all you can do now is these are all just buttons that you can share the websites that they go to. So if you're prospecting, and then you can also sign into your CRM too. So your entire website, this entire ecosystem is directly integrated with a CRM so that it creates contacts and you can manage things and do everything on the back end. So this will take you to the page to sign into your CRM. You know that you're on your page here because it says My Office for Steve Moore. Everybody's back office is different. So my links go to me and go to my CRM and go to my webpage. When you log into your site, your links are unique to you. Akeisha, you have a question. So this back office here, again, these are all the links that you can share. You can sign into your CRM here, so you always know where to go there. So the first thing is the basics. So everything in the black are the basics. These are the things you're going to use the most. So if you want to get to your website, you just click on this link and it just loads your page. Okay, so this just takes you to your website and it takes you to the page without lead capture. So there's a lot of these pages are what are called gated with a lead capture page, meaning someone needs to fill out a form in order to get into that page. And the reason for that is so you can collect their contact information, right? And then it adds their contact information to the CRM, and then it tracks every page that they visit. So now, and when they submit those forms, the system will notify you that you have a new lead or someone filled out a form. So you can now, follow through with that person. Whenever you get those notifications, that means someone's on your site and might want to consider reaching out to them. Okay.
Does it notify you via email or?
So there are three different types of notification. There's an email notification, a text notification, and an in-app notification. So there's an app you can download called Lead Connector.
Okay.
And those notifications come in there. We don't send text notifications for everything because that becomes annoying. So the ones that are texting to you are the most urgent ones, like if someone fills out a survey that they've expressed interest in the business.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so if we go through here, you can get to your web page. Now, we have special events here. So this was from October 8th. So just ignore this, right? This was a past event. So I put it here just so it was at the top here and you guys could get access to it. Then you can go to your main site here. So again, this goes to your main site with the lead capture page. So this is just your site. And then when someone fills this out, it gets them into the website so they can look around. So sometimes people are going on here, they watch the video. So make sure to instruct your prospects to fill this out to get into the site. And that the contact information only goes to you. Okay, the next thing here is on-demand business briefings. So these are the weekly business briefings that we do. So this is a form here. Someone fills this out. Actually, I'm sorry. These are the recorded ones. So when someone fills this out, and again, if you ever want to bypass the lead capture page, you would just put the word go in front of this here. So if you look at websites, this is the subdomain. This is the domain. And then after the / is what's called the path. So you can always bypass that page by putting go in front of it. So again, if you want to share a business overview with somebody, you're going to take this on-demand business briefing and you're just going to copy this and share it with them. You can share it with them within Blue Sun, or you can just share it with them by text or email any way you want to. You're just going to share them this link. And then when they fill out this form, it will then allow them to choose which business presentation they want. So they can watch one for distributors. This is one for primary care providers, anti-aging, eye care, or AI. And so you're just going to instruct them to say, go fill out the form, go to distributors. And now you're going to ask them to go through these 3 steps here and ask them to select step 3 when they're done and fill out that survey to give you feedback so you can be prepared for your next call. So to walk you through this, what I would do here is, let's say that I'm talking to Mike Cook and I said, and Mike has expressed interest in wanting to learn more. I'm going to say, Mike, we actually did a webinar not too long ago that we're able to record. If you'd like, I could send you a recording of it. Mike's going to say, that would be great. I'm going to say, okay, I'll shoot a text to you right now. And I'm just going to take this URL and text it to Mike. And then I'm going to say, Mike, fill out this form and then select the distributor webinar if that's the one I want him to watch. And then go through the 3 steps there in their entirety. And then make sure they do step 3 once you've watched the webinar in its entirety. There's just a few questions there to give me some feedback, and I'll look forward to talking with you after you watch it. Do you have some time to watch it now? And Mike will say, sure. I say, great. It'll take you about an hour. I'll give you, why don't we schedule a call to talk at 8 p.m. tonight? Mike will say, great. Right. I might even share with him the site and walk him through the process, while he's on the site. Now, if it's someone on LinkedIn that wants to see it, I will send them a message that says, I'll put the link there. And I said, make sure to go through the first 3 steps and then fill out the survey in step 3. And then I'll look forward to talking with you. So I'll literally type out what specific instructions on what they want them to do. Otherwise, they won't do it properly. Getting this survey is key because it gives them an opportunity to tell you what their interest level is. And it makes your follow-up calls so much better. And then always have a follow-up call scheduled. Don't just send it to someone and just leave it out there and expecting them to get back to you. Always schedule your next step with them.
On that note, the events page, since it was embedded, Dan McDyer's great interview was embedded. You can't send someone that direct link, so they have to go to the events page. FYI, I don't know if anyone else has tried to send that specific recording. And yeah, the Facebook for me.
What do you mean send it? Like send it on YouTube?
Yeah, if you want to send someone a specific recording, like so you have an orthopedic doc or you have a GYN and you want to send them the specific one.
Yeah. So we moved away for YouTube because YouTube has all the commercials and all that other stuff on there based on the request there. So what I would do is send them to the events page and then instruct them on which one to watch.
Okay. I've done that before. That's great.
Okay.
And yeah, it's hard for me specifically to find other people on Facebook to invite them to the community because I have 80,000 followers on Facebook. I have so many friend requests and messages and notifications. It's a complete roll in the dice if I can actually find something to get someone to get them into that group. That's why I'm excited about the community coming on board, because for me, that makes things a lot easier to get people access to the community.
Yeah. I'm excited to get that announced, get that launched too. Okay, so we talked about how to share an on-demand business briefing. These are available 24/7. We have the Prism funnel. So if you click on this, you then just copy this page and you just share it with somebody. It's the same process here. And so they'll fill out this form, and that will get them into the to watch everything. Now, if you go down here, we have our weekly live events. So you can read this: live events, recruiting funnels, Wednesdays at 8 p.m., your personal registration pages. Share these pages to register prospects. A new contact will automatically be created in your Blue Sun CRM. What happens now is you just open this up. So let's say you have somebody that wants to join the webinar tomorrow night with Dr. Scalia and Mike Cook. You would just take this page and share it with them, and then instruct them to register. The way this is set up, because this is a weekly webinar, the webinars are every Wednesday night. So they would just select the night that they want to join. It's always going to be at 8 p.m. And then they just fill out the form and hit save my seat. And then it will send out reminders, and it will notify you of everybody that registers for that webinar, so that you can then engage with them and follow up with them. Remember that this thing isn't just completely automated. This thing is here to support your efforts. And so whenever anyone registers for a webinar, that would be someone that you want to reach out to and call and follow up with them if you don't already have a follow-up scheduled. And then, okay, so we're good with weekly. Now, when you want to join it, we put a direct Zoom link here as well. So you always want your prospects to join here, so that you can get tracking on it. But this is for you to join, or it's an emergency in case someone can't get in. One of the things about these business briefings is your prospect needs to register prior to the event starting. Okay. Because otherwise, if the time slot will disappear. So they need to have registered before the event starts. And then they're going to get a join link that's for them. And they can join at any time. They can join late. They just need to make sure they register before the event starts. Then we've got the Prism webinars. The tour is something I've been playing with. It's not something that's up to date right now, but it's something that we're kind of playing with as a tool. We used it a couple times. We've got the anyone wants to know where's the scanner income stuff. All the projection sheets are there. I did just update it there. So I've got a friend of mine that's a hedge fund manager, and he went and updated them for us. And so I'll make sure that those are updated. Mike, if you can also send that over to Deborah too, as a list. Here's your calendar link. So if you want to send a 15-minute calendar invite to somebody, you just click this, and then you just send it with someone. You just share this link. So that's how this back office works. You're just clicking on what you want to do, and then you're just sharing the link. And then down below, we've got some distributor support stuff. Our team calendar, that's been a challenge to manage. And so what we're going to be doing is, in our communities, we're going to have a team calendar. And then that way we'll have somebody on the team that can post to that calendar. So any new and updated events, they'll make sure that that's update. And then we've got our Facebook groups here, which are, we're going to keep them up for now. The MDS one, which is actually the GHUSA one, but we will decide if we're going to, how long we're going to support that, so we don't have to manage two of them. Scan operator handbook is in the back here. Your courses are here, which will get moved to our communities, so that will make it easier. How to prospect on LinkedIn is here. The art of inviting is here. India information is here. And then here's a lot of this down here is kind of redundant from what's on the top. How do you do job posting? Okay, so this is basically, most of the stuff you're going to use is in the black area. And the most popular things are you're going to do your on-demand business briefings, your Prism funnel, your weekly business briefings. Those are probably going to be the 3 links that you're going to use the most. Because all we're doing here is we're creating contacts, we're inviting them to take a look at a presentation, and we're following up with them. So Blue Sun is designed to help you do that. It's designed for you to send someone an invitation to watch a presentation on demand or live, collect their information, hopefully they'll fill out a survey, which they don't always do, and then you'll have a follow-up appointment for them. Right? That's really all this is doing in an efficient way. It's invite, present, follow up. And then it's keeping track of your contacts for you.
Steve, I'm still just learning this, but when I was just playing with it and I went to the website and actually acted like I was a new person being invited to it, I filled out the form. I looked at some things and I got out. Next time I went in, I had to fill out the form again. The same user has to refill out the form every time.
Yeah, the reason for that, so that's a setting in the system. If the issue that can happen is if the setting fills it out automatically, the system will then overwrite that person's contact information with whatever they filled out new, right? So if someone, so let's say that you're on your phone and you hand your phone to somebody and they fill out the form, then it is going to overwrite your contact. And then if you give it to the next, it'll start overwriting contact. So what we did is we have it set up where they have to fill it out every time.
Okay.
Hold on 1 second here, guys. Okay, yeah, so that's why it's there, just because we ran into more issues if we pre-filled it out, because there's a CRM in the background of it. We don't want to overwrite contacts. Like that happened at a trade show once when we were testing it. Every time I gave my phone to somebody and they filled out that form again, it just kept overwriting the contact, and I had one contact of the last one, and all the other ones were missing. So we want to prevent that from ever happening, and that's why they have to fill it out every time. Okay, Tom?
Yep.
Okay.
Understand.
Also, what happens is whenever they fill it out, it also triggers different automations too. So it notifies you that they're in there. When they fill out the join link, the reason they have to fill out that form again is because that's how the system knows that your prospect is joining. So it notifies you.